given time. What is most important is that you are all temple leaders. You know how the temples work, how the temples function, and everything like that. Then there is the global body, the global GBC body, who has invited you to come here to have Sangha with us. So we understand how uh, the local temples work as much as we do. Personally, I was 17 when I was deputed to be a ISKCON manager in Vrindavan. And on my 18th birthday, I was made to accept the signing authority for all over India on behalf of ISKCON Vrindavan. So, uh, most of the devotees in the global body are coming from grassroots, temple management, and so on. Uh, but the temple leaders sometimes do not completely understand how the global body works. There is the uh, GBC body that is very famous, everybody knows, about 35, 40 members. Then there is a deputy body, about 20, 25 members. All together, this is referred to as a GBC body. And some time ago, uh, keeping in mind the vigorous growth in ISKCON, we started like a think tank of strategizing how ISKCON is going to grow in the future. So the GBC body is always busy with uh, handling what is on their hands. So we increase that team of, we increase their team with a whole bunch of expert devotees who are experts outside. And along with all of them, we came up with something called strategic planning network. Within the strategic planning network, we, in order to have the development of ISKCON in a strategized, systematic way, we started something called OrgDev, organizational development. And the organizational development looked into what are the challenges that we may be facing in the future, what are the things that we need to confirm and pass on to the next generations, because as we can see very quickly, the original Prabhupada disciples, the first generation of devotees, is disappearing very fast. The second generation, the third generation will be going on. So, how can we pass on ISKCON to them in best way possible? So, looking at all the things that are important for future and growth of ISKCON, we came up with some ideas as to what is most important. We are looking at Gaudiya Mutt, which is not all that together after Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's disappearance, and so many other organizations. So, my question to you is, what is most important for the future of ISKCON? What do you think is the most important for future of ISKCON? We'll keep Tapan Mishra Prabhu for later. He's one of the experts I was referring to. Yes. Yes, you hit it right on the nail. If we keep Srila Prabhupada in the center, okay, so the most important thing is we stay together. That is the most important. The most important thing is we stay together because united we stand and together we fall. Divided we fall. So if we stay together, that is our best chance. That gives the best chance for us to grow in the future, grow Srila Prabhupada's movement. If we cannot stay together, that is the biggest challenge. And that challenge could be coming up because Srila Prabhupada left so many gurus and so many regions, so many countries, so many continents, so many languages. So it's very easy to get divided and not so easy to stay together. So the GBC figured out in with their think tanks, okay, what are things that are going to help us stay together, keep together? So one of the things they came up with is, or should not say thing or personality, is Srila Prabhupada. So if Srila Prabhupada is in the center of our life, of our organization, of every yatra, of every continent, in every language, and every country, in every guru zone, if Srila Prabhupada is in the center, then that gives us a hub to stay together and not fall apart. So the GBC decided that, okay, how are we going to do that? Maybe we should fix up the position of Srila Prabhupada in ISKCON as to how we are going to keep Srila Prabhupada in center for rest of the time. That should not change with generations. Right now we're having one generation, first generation, second generation, third generation. But when 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 generations, like for example, if I ask you, any of you, of your father's name, very easy question. Your grandfather's name, very easy. What if I ask you for the name of your great grandfather? I'm sure half of you will fall. Oh, Prabhu, I don't know. So, Srila Prabhupada is the father for the first generation, grandfather for the second generation. For the third generation, is Srila Prabhupada going to fade away from the back, from behind? So, Srila Prabhupada gave us a system to stick by so that Srila Prabhupada understood that. And he did want to stay in the center, in focus. So he gave himself a title called the Founder-Acharya. There is only one Founder-Acharya in ISKCON, and there will only be one Founder-Acharya ever. So this presentation goes into where the word Founder-Acharya comes from. Founder-Acharya is a very special word. Where does it come from? What is the origin of the word Founder-Acharya? Actually, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur published a book called Harmonist. And in 1930, one of his disciples called N.K. Sanyal, Nishikant Sanyal, gave this title to Srila Bhaktisiddhanta. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta never accepted the title. To give you a little bit of a background of Nishikant Sanyal, because you need to understand who this person is in the background, where he's throwing all this jargon from. So, Nishikant Sanyal is one of the most favorite disciples of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. How we understand that? That Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati published so many publications, and he wrote a lot of things for the publications. And then he encouraged his disciples to write also. So every disciple of his who wrote for any of his publications had to go through his edit. You write an article to be published in one of his publications. The article will first go to Srila Bhakti Siddhanta. He will sign it, okay it, and then it can get published. So there were only two disciples of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta, Srila Prabhupada and Nishikant Sanyal, that he had okayed whatever they write, go print. Nishikant Sanyal. We're talking about Nishikant Sanyal, N.K. Sanyal. Yeah. Nishikant Sanyal, N.K. Sanyal. That's the person we're talking about. That's the person who first came up with the name Founder-Acharya. To what? To what? Yeah. Nishikant Sanyal and Srila Prabhupada. Two people who were allowed to write and send their articles, and they would get published without Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati going through. Of course, that was something that made Srila Prabhupada's godbrothers not so comfortable. In any case, I'm trying to give a background of Nishikant Sanyal, what level of a person he was. He wrote a book called Shri Krishna Chaitanya. And that book was found later in a library in London. And somebody wrote a letter to Srila Prabhupada that we found this book. It's written by some N.K. Sanyal. Should we accept this book as authoritative or not? And Srila Prabhupada, in writing, wrote back a letter that yes, this is my godbrother. He's very authoritative. Accept this book as it is. So this is how much Srila Prabhupada, not only Srila Bhakti Siddhanta, Srila Prabhupada also accepted the authority of Nishikant Sanyal, and he's the person who first gave the title. And this title was given at the time in 1930. That's the time when Srila Bhakti Siddhanta transferred his head office from Mayapur, from Ultadanga to the Bagh Bazaar temple. Right here in Mayapur was the head office of Chaitanya Math, and also right here in Mayapur, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati started his organization called the Gaudiya Math. And he called the Gaudiya Math a branch of the Chaitanya Math. So he did not call it a separate entity, although two different names. So as you go down the road for darshans, you go to that complex where Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj Samadhi, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Samadhi, and the temple, all that complex, Radha Kund, Sham Kund, and Giri Govardhan are there. So that was the head office of Gaudiya Math by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta. And then you go to the Yoga Peeth. The Yoga Peeth temple is Chaitanya Math. That was the head office by Srila Bhakti Vinod. So I am guessing that because of the growth, they ran out of room and they expanded over here. But then Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati decided that we should not be, in order to take this movement across the world, we should not be in a village called Mayapur. Of course, Mayapur is place of worship. We cannot leave Mayapur, but the head office should be shifted to Calcutta. So he first shifted the head office to Calcutta, and then the Bagh Bazaar temple was built in the 1930, and he moved the head office to the Bagh Bazaar temple. So around that same time, N.K. Sanyal gave him the title of Founder-Acharya for the first time. In 1936, the word Founder-Acharya came up again. And before Srila Bhaktisiddhanta could accept that title, in 1937, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta left. And he did not accept that title, and he did not reject that title. It was just sitting. So what is that title? That title, as you understand, that it's all in the PowerPoint show. I rather show it, but it'll take longer, and I only have a little bit of time, and I also want to take your questions. If I start the show, it's going to take a while. So, in one equation, there is Krishna, direct. And then there are prehistoric teachers. Prehistoric teachers. And that's 4 prehistoric teachers: Brahma, Shiva, Rudra, Shri, and the Kumaras. You're understanding my flow, where it's going? So there is Krishna, then there is the prehistoric teachers, and then within all of these 4 bona fide Vaishnava Sampradayas, there are 4 Founder-Acharyas. So first, N.K. Sanyal referred to them as Founder-Acharyas. So now, similar to this scenario, look at the other scenario. There is Krishna is in a way replaced by Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is there. The prehistoric teachers are our 6 Goswamis. And then under them, the Founder-Acharya is our A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. You understand without the picture? That's how we understand it to be. 2 names? Which 2 names? Yeah. The prehistoric acharyas, prehistoric teachers are Nimbarka, Madhva, Vishnu Swami, and Ravindra. That level is called the that level is called the founder, is referred to as Founder-Acharyas by N.K. Sanyal. No, they are the prehistoric teachers. Prehistoric teachers. It's not my term. Yeah. Okay, I'll explain one more time. So there is Krishna. Up to there, everybody is clear. From Krishna, there are 4 prehistoric teachers, 4 carriers. 4 bona fide sampradayas come from Krishna. 1 comes through Brahma, 1 comes through Shri, 1 comes through the Kumaras, and 1 comes through Rudra. So these 4 personalities are referred to as prehistoric teachers. And then you have these acharyas, Ramanuja and all that we just discussed. They are referred to as founder-acharyas. Now, similar to that, now we are not putting Srila Prabhupada there with them. Similar to that, next to it, there's a parallel. And in this parallel, Krishna is replaced by Gaurang Mahaprabhu. The prehistoric teachers are replaced by the six Goswamis. And the founder-acharyas is Srila Prabhupada. Clear? So, in 1936, Nishikant Sanyal came up with this, with the next scenario. And he wanted to give that title to Srila Bhakti Siddhanta, and Srila Bhakti Siddhanta never took it. It wasn't formally given. He never accepted it. He never rejected it. He just suddenly left. So that title was sitting, and His Divine Grace came by and picked it up. He took it. And he had his reasons. He, as you know, Srila Prabhupada wanted to serve in the Gaudiya Math. He wanted to be a part of the Gaudiya Math. But you know, you have heard of all the difficulties that he had, and he had to start a whole new organization. So, for us, Srila Prabhupada is our teacher, our founder-acharya, preeminent Shiksha Guru, and we want it to remain for the next generation, the next generation, the next generation, 100 generations down the road, 200 generations down the road. This movement is going to go on for 10,000 years. And if we look at ISKCON, it's about 50 years. We're already talking third generation. So, very quickly, there is the more the growth, more the diversity, the more chances of us splitting. So, we want to make sure that Srila Prabhupada stays in the center. He has the title that nobody else is given. There's a pastime about when Srila Prabhupada was given the title for the first, he took the title for the first time. He instructed his disciples that you're going to write my name as Founder-Acharya, A.C. Bhaktivedanta, and so on. And he went to open the Detroit temple after giving his own title, and they somehow, young devotees, they named him Acharya, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. And he stopped the opening. He said, you fix this. I'm not going to open this temple until you fix my name right. In this day and age, fixing a sign is very simple. But I don't know how many of you are coming from that age. Fixing a sign was a very big deal. How to fix the sign. And I'm told by Ravindra Swarupa, Prabhu, that the opening of the temple was actually delayed until he got his title right on the wall. Then Srila Prabhupada opened the temple. He didn't want to set the wrong precedent. And for that reason, also, we have all of you mandated to write Srila Prabhupada's name on everything, each and everything that you publish. International Society for Krishna Consciousness, Founder-Acharya, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta, Swami Srila Prabhupada is mandated because that's what Srila Prabhupada wanted. So I'm giving you a little bit of a brief background. I don't have very much time, and I would like to take as many questions as possible. Tapan Mishra Prabhu is also here with us if I'm stuck with the questions. Tapan, Tapan Mishra Prabhu is an expert. We can also call upon him. Any questions about anything we discussed or did not discuss? The main thing, the main focus is that you are here because of our invitation by the global body. And we have invited you to come here and have a Sangha with us. We want you to know us, understand us, how we work, what we do, what we are trying. The GBC body has one motto, that is more devotees and happier devotees. We want more and more followers of Srila Prabhupada, and we want all the followers of Srila Prabhupada to become happier and happier. So that is our main motto. And anything and everything we do has this center point, that we want more devotees and we want happier devotees. So, for a very long time, we had seen a kind of a disconnect between the local yatra management and the global body. So, we have started several things like the ILS and the SGGS, that is the Sangha of the Gurus, GBCs, and Sannyasis. So, this is more managerial, administrative. That one is more spiritual. And out of that, we have another child born called the Sabha. So, Sabha also is a something in between the global management and the temple management. So we want to make this distance from the local management and the global management to be as minimum as possible by spending time with you, you spending time with us, getting to know each other, understanding what we do, how we do, what are our objectives, what are we trying to accomplish. Any questions? Yes.
It appears like Prabhupada is, at one level it appears like he's claiming he's the founder-acharya of an institution, a society, a registered body.
Yes.
But if you go by what you say, it appears much more profound and deeper. He's laying a claim for being the legitimate successor of Lord Chaitanya's whole movement.
Okay, I must correct myself. So that scenario I gave you is given by Nishikant Bali. Sorry, Nishikant Sanyal. Is not given by Srila Prabhupada. So the name Founder-Acharya in 1936, he referred to Founder-Acharya. He referred to the four of these Acharya. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that is the origin of the title, Founder-Acharya. And then you are right. Srila Prabhupada is not the Founder-Acharya of the whole parampara. He is the Founder-Acharya of ISKCON. Srila Prabhupada is not claiming to be the Founder-Acharya of our whole parampara.
Which is what is the case in the case of Ramanuja.
Yes. Yes.
So by bringing that name and affixing it in front of his name,
Srila Prabhupada is making a similar claim for ISKCON, not for Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. For ISKCON. It's just the history of the word Founder-Acharya, where it comes from, where it was used, and when Srila Prabhupada picked it up, and what he meant by it. We can have so many acharyas. He wanted everybody to become acharyas. He never said, I want everybody to become Founder-Acharya. Tapan. Yes, please. Yes.
There is the personality who starts the sampradaya. And every sampradaya can have, just like the Chaitanya Charitamrita describes at the beginning, there are branches, there are sub-branches. And Srila Prabhupada never claimed that we are a different sampradaya. Whenever we read in Prabhupada's books, lectures, we are part of the Brahma Madhav Gaudiya Sampradaya. The significance is, in the Gaudiyas, there are various mats. And Srila Prabhupada was also concerned that ISKCON devotees should not get carried away while in his presence or after his departure, and his books, his teachings should not be undermined. Because in the Kali Yuga, because of our nature, we have a tendency to forget very soon. And in order to establish that, so that his teachings, his lectures, his instructions remain prominent, Srila Prabhupada, like Akrura Prabhu is very kindly telling us, said he's the Founder-Acharya for ISKCON. Srila Prabhupada also mentioned, when he saw some of his disciples going away and starting something else, he mentioned what? He said, for ISKCON, I am the Founder-Acharya. And if you want to start something else, if you don't want to practice what I'm doing, no problem. You go and establish something else. And like that. So, the significance, when we go down 5,000 years, 1,000 years, 2,000 years, where there'll be so many devotees doing so many things, inspired, like Prabhu said, how will we remember whose teachings should we take shelter in? And that's why the word Founder-Acharya is established for that purpose. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Prabhuji, thank you for your wonderful lecture. My question is that, like in Brahma Madhava Sampradaya, Madhavacharya was born in Udupi. Yes. So then Madhavacharya would be called the Founder-Acharya of his sect, like Madhav Sampradaya. Can we say that?
It is up to them what they want to call him and how they want to call him, how they want to refer to him. This is English language. Founder is not a...
Okay, why I'm saying this? Because I need to visit a lot of Gaudiya mats. So Srila Prabhupada, they're very sensitive with this word. In Gaudiya mats, Srila Prabhupada means Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. But Srila Prabhupada as a language or as a title, it can be applied to any guru in our parampara. Is it correct?
Yeah.
So Srila Prabhupada means any is a title.
They call Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada. They call Prabhupada.
And for ISKCON, it is A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami.
Yeah.
Prabhupada.
And again, he is only calling himself the Founder-Acharya of International Society for Krishna Consciousness, not anything else.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Bali Mardan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So, one thing Prabhupada mentioned that I am the last Acharya of this Sampradaya. Means there is no one will come. So the Acharya and the Founder-Acharya difference is, which is just like Prabhupada said in one lecture in Los Angeles, that yes, in Vrindavan, any gopis or anyone who can start a Sampradaya. because they are empowered, just like our Manjari, Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Goswami, but we are connected. Then subsequently he mentioned that is there anybody who will come in next 10,000 years? Then Prabhupada says, no, 32 is in the line of disciplic succession you see, Krishnanda Prabhupada is the 32 Acharyas. He said that I am the last Acharyas of this age. So what is your say on that?
I am not sure if I ever heard that. I don't know where this is coming from.
So last Acharya means there is, just like we can say, if somebody is a big guru or all, we can still call Acharya. Everybody is Acharya.
No.
But the Founder-Acharya,
Yes.
which is Prabhupada, and then that is the one, if you see in Bhagavad
You got
Gita,
it.
as it is, our book, we give the Guru Parampara,
You
which
got
is come until 32. And that case is when he was giving the system, he mentioned that I am the last Acharya of this age.
I've never come across that. The mood of Srila Prabhupada was every one of you become gurus, every one of you become acharya. Acharya just means person.
That is fine, Guru is fine, but
Acharya
Acharyas.
also, acharya just means person who follows what he teaches also. So he wanted us all to become acharyas. We are all supposed to become acharyas. In his eyes, that would really please him. But Founder-Acharya of International Society for Krishna Consciousness, that's only reserved for Srila Prabhupada. And also, later on, we also reserved His Divine Grace for Srila Prabhupada. We don't call any gurus, anybody in ISKCON, His Divine Grace. Outside people, they are free to do what they want. But in ISKCON, His Divine Grace is Srila Prabhupada only, can only be referred to Srila Prabhupada for time to come, ever. It's in our constitution, so it cannot be changed. Nobody else can become His Divine Grace. Nobody else can become a Founder-Acharya. And as Tapan Mishra Prabhu said, that you want to become a Founder-Acharya, go become a Founder-Acharya of your own institution, not in ISKCON. If you are in ISKCON, you follow ISKCON. You don't want to follow ISKCON, you want to tell ISKCON how to operate, how to reform, how to do better. Let's see you do it. Very respectfully. Many people tried. Even Srila Prabhupada's disciples, many of his disciples tried in front of Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada invited them. Okay, you become a Founder-Acharya of your organization and you don't have to follow me. You think you know better? Go for it.
But that basis to practically realize that principle, I live forever in my books, and that his books are the basis for this to actually manifest. That Prabhupada's books are the foundation, and that's the central, like the law books for the next 10,000 years, for which this is the foundation to be able to manifest this Prabhupada-centered, with him as the founder guru, the Shiksha guru, for the next 10,000 years, and that the onus is on each one of us to realize that connection with him and establish that in the subsequent generations for keeping Prabhupada in the center. And that is that's the real task which is required to keep the movement together, that people realize this, to get through Nishta and Ruchi and Asakti and to Prem, and that you have persons who get to Prem, or at least to Bhav, and especially Prem, so they become qualified.
That is the point. That's why we have taken the time to organize this whole leadership Sangha and invited you all very nicely to attend, to understand us, what we're doing. We understand you. We spend time together. We work with each other, understand each other better, so that we have much better working relationship. So the GBC has a face, not just some body out there. GBC has a face.
And not
Tapan
just
Mishra
with the,
Prabhu is right in the middle of us. He is
with,
our first chairman. First or second?
yeah,
First,
with the
first chairman.
not just
So first chairman
administrative,
means he will be the chairman next.
but like you
next
said,
year.
it's not just administrative, it's practical, spiritual cultivation and realization, which is actually the substance which will enable this to
Thank you.
happen. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank
No, thanks for Tapan Mishra Prabhu as well, inviting us and keeping all those structures to minimize the gap and be transparent. Now, I would like to understand from GBC to shed some lights on what we are doing as GBC when we compare keeping Srila Prabhupada as center, right? If you see the Ritvik, they don't have any initiating gurus. They have eminent Srila Prabhupada as their guru, and they kept simple, very simple, so that it's easy for anyone who come there, they know Srila Prabhupada as the guru. But in our society, we have many initiating gurus.
Yeah.
How I need some GBC to shed some lights on how we manage that initiating gurus, ensure that their disciples and their grand disciples, they follow Srila Prabhupada, even though they are the gurus, but Srila Prabhupada is eminent guru. Do we have any measures or some guidance to initiating gurus? How we manage that? Some lights, if you can throw for us, it will be good.
We have a number of initiatives. We understand that there needs to be a living guru. We understand that Srila Prabhupada wanted to not only to have gurus after him, he wanted all of us to become gurus. So we understand what Srila Prabhupada's desire was. And we don't think the Ritviks understand it right. We don't agree with the Ritviks. And at the same time, just because I am initiated by Guru A or Guru B or Guru C, Srila Prabhupada is still my preeminent Shiksha Guru, as I am the member of ISKCON. We are also teaching this in the IDC. I don't know how long all of you have been around. IDC may be not new for you. For me, it's very new. In the IDC, now we teach the parallel lines of authority. Your guru is not, end all and be all. And understand ISKCON, understand Guru, understand Srila Prabhupada, and so on. So in a way, we have all these living gurus to connect you to Srila Prabhupada. We are in Srila Prabhupada's movement, and we are following his teachings. And we are now also training gurus. We never had guru training before. We are having intensive trainings for gurus and intensive checks and balances on gurus. We are having them sign a vow. All of these new initiatives we are bringing up to make sure that Srila Prabhupada does stay in the center. I would like to invite.
No, I think this seminar, the Founder-Acharya booklet, the research, the seminar was created for exactly this purpose. And now, the spiritual leadership course that every spiritual master or prospective spiritual master has to go through also has emphasis. A day has been added in that course so that there's emphasis on the understanding of Founder-Acharya. So such initiatives are going on. But please remember one thing. Our movement or any sampradaya is based upon chastity. Chastity of the disciple towards the guru. No amount of legislation, no amount of training can build that indebtedness and chastity in the heart of a disciple towards the spiritual master. And when that chastity, gratitude is present in somebody's heart, it is impossible for it to not come out when they speak towards the spiritual master. So this first generation of gurus after Srila Prabhupada, they will, based upon the chastity to spiritual master, they will automatically give gratitude. And they will glorify Srila Prabhupada. So the disciples will automatically be attracted towards Srila Prabhupada. But when that chastity goes away, then generations don't matter, Prabhu. According to Bhagavad Gita, 32 have come after Madhvacharya, but still we worship Krishna, right? That is not the problem. The problem is that the parampara is intact. And that's where the Founder-Acharya will help. Thank you, Prabhu.
Last
I
question.
Prabhuji, I have to go for one service. I take your leave and I thank you. But please.
I thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Akrura Prabhu, and also Tapan Prabhu. Yeah, just adding to Shamraj Prajapati Prabhu's question. It depends on the chastity of a disciple. But one practical problem we are facing, if a guru chastises his disciple, they have an easy say. They say, okay, we follow Srila Prabhupada. So this is happening actually. We have seen with our own eyes. The devotees, they're not new people actually. They were in the movement for like 20, 25 years. Instead of doing that, because of something, so the spiritual master has to chastise them. And they give up the, guru relationship. And also it has become now, even it's a concern for gurus also. So these things are becoming more, more and more, these things are happening. So what is the initiative GBC is taking in this connection?
Actually, one way of looking at it is also that we don't want somebody to completely abandon Krishna consciousness and go. So if you don't agree with us, you don't agree with the administration, you don't agree with the management, you don't agree with your guru, it's okay. Just work with Srila Prabhupada. You think you're following Srila Prabhupada. At least stay in Krishna consciousness, keep chanting the holy name, and you'll only get better. Thank you. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Nitai Gaur Premanande.